Welcome again to a new video with Wice World English to practice our English. The level today is High Intermediate. And remember to check below in the comments because you will find the special link where you can see all the videos, and for this video you will also be able to see extra material to practice after watching this video, so check it out. Okay, the topic today is to talk about excessive quantities, and to do this we're going to use too many and too much. Okay, that's what we're going to use to talk about excessive quantities. Okay, that's the topic today. So let's see. So here is a friend of mine. He went to a party, right? And when you go to a party, you always have these little small sandwiches, whatever, right? So how many sandwiches do you think my friend ate? One sandwich? No, guess again. Two sandwiches? Nah, not really. Three sandwiches? No. He ate 25 sandwiches. Imagine that. So no wonder why he has this terrible stomach ache now, right? Okay. So if he ate 25 sandwiches, that means that he ate too much food at the party. That means that he ate too many sandwiches. Too much, too many. Okay, so as you can see, he ate more, right? Like an excess of sandwiches. So we have the words too much, too many, too much food, too many sandwiches. The idea is that too much and too many, the meaning of too much and too many, that means an excess, more than necessary. When you exaggerate, so exaggeration, okay, keep in mind that when you exaggerate with something, you have too much and too many. Now the question is, when do we use too much and too many? Now that's the question. Okay. Obviously, I suppose that you remember maybe from school or your classes that too many is with countable nouns and too much is with uncountable nouns. That is actually 90% correct, because we need to emphasize that it's not only too many is not only for countable nouns, but we need to clarify this is with plural countable nouns. Okay, plural. Okay, so you have to keep this in mind, like pens, toys. Okay, plural nouns. Okay, countable nouns but in plural. So let's practice. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a list of words, okay, and I want you to pause the video for a moment. Pause the video, okay, and I want you to put the words there in the correct column. They will be with too many or too much. Okay, so pause the video and do it. I hope you paused the video. Okay, and now we're gonna check the answers. Okay, let's see. What about pollution? Too much pollution. Next word. Too many plants. Next word. Too many toys. What about the next one? Do you have the answer? Too much noise. What about coffee? Too much coffee. What about the next word? Look at the next word. Where do we put book? Too many or too much? If you're thinking too many, no. If you're thinking too much, no. Why not? Because this word is singular, so we just leave it there. So be careful, right? A typical mistake is to say, for example, too many book. I have seen that in compositions, when people study English. If you want to use the word book, you have to say too many books in plural. Remember, plural countable nouns. All right. Well, okay, let's continue. Let's move on. What about traffic? Where do we put traffic? Too much traffic. Okay. What about stores? Too many stores. And finally, people. Where do we put people? Too many people. Okay. So keep in mind this idea. Keep it in mind. We use too many with plural countable nouns. Look at that. You see, plants, toys, stores, and of course people is an irregular plural, but it's a plural, right? It's a plural word, so it's a plural noun, so you have to use plural countable nouns. Okay, Okay, well, you know what? If you know me and if you have been following me, you know that I am a collector, right? I buy toys. Oh, not sorry, not toys. I buy action figures, comic books, you know. And my wife sometimes she says, toys, right? And so she says something like this, you know. She always says, you know what, you have too many toys. No, that's what she says, right? And she says, you have too much stuff, right? Because I have comic books and Funkos and everything, right? That's what she says. And I always say, you know what, first of all, a little respect, because they are not toys, they're action figures, but that's another story. Okay, and they are not too many. Okay, there's never too many for a collector like me. Well, that's another story. Okay, moving on, okay, because I'm gonna give you one more example about how to use too many and too much. Okay, let's see. The other day my wife told me to I was having breakfast, you know, with my wife, and there was a problem with the coffee. Oh yeah, there was a very big problem with the coffee. Okay, so what was the problem with the coffee? What do you think? It had, what do you think? Too much, too many? Think about it for a moment, and here we go. It had too much sugar, right? Too much sugar. Yeah, accidentally I forgot. I wasn't paying attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then horrible. Okay, let me give you one more example. I have to use too much and too many. One more example. Okay, look at that. The other day, I had to go to the store, you know, because we needed some water, right? And that's when I returned from the store, you know. So what was the problem, right? What was the problem? Think about it. Okay, I bought too much. I bought too many. And here's the answer. I bought too many bottles of water. Well, that's the photo, but I think I had like 4. I think, well, exaggerated. You see, well, so that's it. All right, so wrapping up. Okay, wrapping up. Something that I want you to keep in mind always is that what is the meaning? I mean, what is the meaning of too much and too many? When we talk about too much and too many, remember we're talking about an excess. Okay, so more than the adequate or necessary quantity, which means that we're talking about a problem. Okay, because you have extra. Okay, extra, but in an exaggerated way. That's what I want you to keep in mind. Okay, let me give you an example of how sometimes we can accidentally use too much and too many incorrectly. Okay, so look at these sentences, and in these two sentences we are using too many and too much incorrectly. So I want you to pause the video for a moment and think about the correct expressions or the correct quantifiers that you would need to use instead of too many and too much. Think about it. Pause the video. I hope you pause the video, and now we're gonna check the answers. For example, in this sentence, in number 1, it's not logical to say too many police officers. Maybe you could say a lot of police officers, and that's why we feel safe, right? Okay, a lot of police officers. So a lot of is something good. It's, you know, it's a big quantity, but it's something good. Okay, and the same with the second one, right? I have too much rice at home doesn't make much sense, because it says you don't need to buy more. So it means that the quantity is good. So you could say a lot of rice. I have a lot of rice at home. Okay, and you could also say enough, right? There are enough police officers. And I have enough rice at home. All right, that's the idea, right? Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for following me at Wice World English, right? And remember that you can follow us in all these places: YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And well, actually, make sure that you check our page in Facebook, because sometimes we have some surprises there. We share extra material and other things that sometimes we don't do in YouTube. Okay, and before I say goodbye to you, if you haven't done it, remember, right? Okay, click there, so you will always you will be one of the followers. All right, and remember to activate the little thing there, well, the little bell, so that you don't miss any of my videos. Okay, I hope these videos are useful for you and helping you with your English. Thank you very much, and I will see you in future videos. But before I say goodbye, watch out. Remember, look at the special link. Okay, you will have a surprise there. And that's all for today. Bye.